Tokyo Stadium, and after a day when Japan lit up the Rugby World Cup, you'd think there might be a lull, but no. It's another massive game. It's Australia against Wales in Pool D. Shirts of all colours, flags of all descriptions. You don't have to look far to find somebody in a costume. The daffodil head tends to go wherever Wales go. Into the depths of the tunnel. A long walk from the changing room to the entrance. Michael Hooper in the back row. His 97th cap today. A massive experience. The huge figure of Rory Arnold. Isaac Rodder is a giant too. But this is a true giant of Welsh rugby. Alan Wyn-Jones, who today wins his 130th cap for Wales, which sets him apart as the most capped Welsh player of all time. Stand alongside each other. Not a lot of eye contact. Taiko drums lure them out. It's a great moment in the life of a rugby player to go from the quiet of the tunnel into the riot of noise of a packed stadium, the drums beating, waiting for the anthem, the last few seconds to be inspired.
Ladies and gentlemen,
drums fall silent.
The national anthem
are about to strike up.
And Australia.
ウェールズ国歌、オーストラリア国歌です。
Heimlad van Hadai, land of my fathers, France, Australia fair. competition within the competition to see who can belt out the anthem louder. Warren Gatland, his last campaign as coach of Wales. 12 years in the job, 12 years of great success. Michael Cheika, head coach of Australia. A lean 2018, but there are stirrings in the Australian camp. They're never really far away from the top of the world game.
Well, they've won 13 of the last 14 fixtures against Wales. And the last one, just in November 2018, was the one that Wales came out and topped 9 points to 6 in Cardiff. And the history of these two sides, there's not a lot in it. They're very, very close encounters, and expect more of the same this afternoon.
Just about all the games Australia won against Wales, and it was 13 out of 14. They were tight, but it does suggest that Australia know how to pinch these games when it really matters. We'll see.
The most experienced squad in the tournament as well, on average 46 caps per player for this Australian side. You can't underestimate that experience on these massive occasions.
Adam Ashley Cooper, age 35, returns to the Australian team. Josh Navidi in his eye-line, or in the eye-line of Marika Koroimbete, Wilgenia. So much experience at scrum half, his 107th cap. So many players with over 100 caps. And the highly experienced referee, Romain Poit of France, to take charge today. The last game of the second weekend of Rugby World Cup 2019. Australia in their traditional gold shirts against Wales in red. Michael Hooper counter-rucking by Wales. Good start. Gareth Davis waits for turnover ball. Wyn Jones, the prop, takes it on. Jake Ball, second row, drives in front of the Australian posts. Inside their 22, Dan Biggar. What a start by Wales! 3 points to nil in just 36 seconds.
Well, it's a perfect start for Wales. This is a turnover from the kickoff. Hooper takes it, but it's Ken Owens, and it drives right through. Aaron Wainwright gets his hands in the ball, and then when Jones carries, and he comes Dan Biggar, did exactly this in the warm-up. He must have hit about 15 or 20 drop goals from that same spot, and that's the one that counts. 34 seconds in, and he strikes.
Bernard Foley, his first touch of the ball is the restart from the halfway line. Hadley Parks
on the line,
catches for Wales.
Use it.
Gareth Davis, under a certain amount of pressure to use it, drills it low and flat to Dane Haylett-Petty. Inside to Koroimbete. Powerful runner, tackled by Justin Tipperick, or nearly. Good run by Koroimbete, who now goes in to the scrum half position and feeds out to tall Isaac Rodder. The ball has gone forward from Haylett-Petty. Advantage. George North comes away with it. He knew there wasn't much support there. Aaron Wainwright. Biggar. Hadley Parks. Jonathan Davis. Josh Adams on the outside for Wales. Adams tackled by Haylett-Petty. Another, or rather a penalty to Wales. Another chance for points, perhaps. It's tight up against that touchline. But signs, Chris, of high adventure already.
Both teams, a great counter-attack initially from Australia, and Dane Haylett-Petty at the end of it lost possession of the ball, and under a scrum advantage, just as Haylett-Petty actually breaks the line really well, gets through. I think it's Wainwright, it is Aaron Wainwright who makes the tackle, rips the ball free just with that spare arm. and then the launch of counter-attack. Hadley Park straightens up, Jonathan Davis sets Josh Adams away. He breaks the tackle, but then watch Adam Ashley Cooper. He gets back, he gets over the ball, his hands are on the ground. I thought he was a little bit unlucky there to be penalised, but his hands are on the ground before he goes back onto the ball, so he's off his feet, and it's a penalty which Wales have opted to kick it goal.
Dan Biggar tests the wind conditions. The tuft of grass he threw up would have more or less come straight back down. Dan Biggar, 3 points to his name already with a drop goal. This, his first penalty. It's going to slide just wide. 3 points to nil, remains the score. David Pocock, who took a bit of a knock in the warm-up. This is Bernard Foley with the 22. Goes short, gives his forwards a chance to recoup. Will Genia, tackled by Tipperick. Scrum advantage to Australia. Genia again. Foley, Colin Betty, coming off his wing, gets it away to Genia. Advantage over with that kick. Australia with the territorial gain.
That's an excellent kick, isn't it, from the experienced Will Genia? And Australia are looking to play first. They're not kicking immediately. They put 3 or 4 phases there, drew up the Welsh defence, and a lovely long kick hitting the top of the ball, so it spun towards touch from Will Genia.
Ken Owens, the hooker. Thomas Francis wears 3 for Wales. It's Tipperick with the blue scrum cap, who's the lightest in the Welsh pack and therefore the easiest to get up in the air. Good drive by Wales. Gareth Davis gives it some height. Haylett Petty underneath. Gets away from Josh Adams.
Back.
Genia to Tolu-Lotu, the hooker. Quick hands. Foley has it. It's Tipperick again who makes the tackle. Corin Betty is on hand, but this is Karevi, the centre. Good power from the Australian midfielder. Jonathan Davis managed to hang on to a scrap of material, but it's Australia on the move now. Foley, interception by Gareth Davis. He was so far ahead of the game that Wales had to race to get with him. Hadley Parks to Josh Adams, the chip for Adams himself to chase. That's very well covered by hooker Tolu-Lotu. Wales have turned it over though. It could be a double turnover. No. Wyn Jones looks up and sees Gareth Davis is there. Aaron Wainwright. Ken Owens to Jonathan Davis with George North outside him. North held 5 metres out. Jake Ball leaves it for Aaron Wainwright. Wainwright tackled by number 8, Naisarani. Wales through Josh Nividi, their number 8. Biggar. Parks lofts it to Adams. Adams held by a toe. Adam Ashley Cooper, the tackler. Turnover ball, it's gone forward again. One way, then the other. Who's put in? Australia's.
Wow, what a start. Davis takes a minute to get back to his feet. What a start. The Welsh defence is dictating this game. They've won 2 or 3 turnovers from the defence. One or two at the breakdown, 1 or 2, certainly 1 from an interception. and they're just so quick off the line. Australia have some powerful ball carriers, but the intensity the Welsh players are bringing to defence is phenomenal, and then they spark into life and get their attacking players.
Liam Williams at fullback. He's a long way behind this scrummage. It is Australia's ball. They may be relieved just to clear their lines, but already this game has been going up one end, back the other. 8 minutes played.
And Wales have put a bit of width in the ball as well. Obviously not much between the park weights, sort of coming into a battle of technique here at the scrum, but Wales have... Josh Adams has been lively down that left-hand side. George North went close, bar a tremendous tackle for Will Guinea. So it's not all been direct that we're used to seeing from Wales. There's a bit of width there as well.
They call the spider cam directly overhead. Australia.
Stay there.
Well, they've gone down in the front row, but if it's safe, referees tend to let it go now. Guinea under pressure from Tipperick. It's gone out. Wales tempted? No. To take it quickly.
I'm not sure you'll see a better clearance under as much pressure as that from Will Guinea. A real standard play from the Australians. Karevi crashing up the middle, looking to get quick ball for Guinea to kick, but how he got that kick away under the pressure of Justin Tipperick, I do not know. And he also got up over the 10-metre line.
It's Tipper again, quickly down to Gareth Davis. Jonathan Davis, hard into the Australian defence, bigger again. Parks, George North in the clear. Dane Hale at petty tackles, whistle goes, forward pass on the advice of touch judge Luke Pearce. Assistant referee, sorry.
Not much in that, but again, it's an area of the field that Wales are quite happy to target. This is a pass again, yeah, just drift forward from Bradley Parks. But there's space in both wings for Wales to attack, and they're finding it at the moment.
Well, both coaches are promising playing rugby. Want to see the ball be thrown around. The last 2 times these teams played against each other, not one try. But the way this game has started, there must be someone off the incredible atmosphere. Tough to separate the crowds. This has started off brilliantly.
Second.
Just inside the Australian half. Bernard Foley in the number 10 shirt.
You are in the right.
Waits, talks with Will Guinea.
Okay? Get it straight when you set up, okay?
You can see how Australia are lined up here. They've got a lot of depth, but if you look on the left-hand side, the 4 Welsh players, that's a flat 4 defensive line, very hard press. They're looking to come up really quickly, and Bernard Foley looking for that. You may see a kicking option here if Josh Adams and that far outside comes up in the flat 4.
Set!
Rugenia feeds. Issa Maiserani waits. Penalty to Wales. Wyn Jones, props, love that. You hear a blast, you look up, for me, against me. Ah, good.
Yeah, Roman Twat, I actually think he was... Well, it looked as if he was going to award the penalty to Australia, and then just did a half turn and got the penalty to Wales.
Dan Biggar, this would it be within his range? Well, he's gone for the more attacking option. That's a very good kick to touch by Dan Biggar. Australia seemed to get an initial nudge there, but then it goes down on this side.
Yeah, it looks to me as if Thomas Francis is turning in a little bit there. Maybe Wales are fortunate to get that penalty. Scott Seal looking and hit the ground first, but it looked to me as if Francis was turning in.
Tipperick, a chance for Navidi to do something. George North came off his wing. North, so powerful. Wainwright. Comes again for the big forwards. Jake Ball.
Stay there, Gold, stay.
Ken Owens. Ooh, did Australia come in from the side there? Tolulatu, they got away with it.
Counteract.
It's gone slightly scrappy and slow for Wales, but here comes Ball again. Davis to Navidi. Alan Wynne-Jones, the captain, gripped around the throat. That looks like a high tackle.
Pulling up the head in the second time.
Bigger, the kicking option for Hadley Parkes to chase. And Hadley Parkes wins the chase.
I'm sure.
Luke Pearce confirms to referee Romain Poit, you may award the try.
Yeah, it's a fantastic start from Wales, isn't it? An excellent line-out throw, and then after multi-phase of one-out running on a penalty advantage, Dan Biggar just drops a little bit deeper. Hadley Parkes holds his width and then gets up higher in the corner, controls the ball, there's no doubt at all in the ground, and he gets up higher than Corambetti and dodged down. A fantastic start for Wales.
Thanks, Luke. Great job.
An early drop goal from Dan Biggar within seconds of the start, and this try.
It was my way at the scrum, but if I can get it quickly.
At the end of an extended
that was my fault
phase
anyway, because I was
toing and throwing.
Another decision on my side. Thanks,
yeah, we see it often, don't we? We saw it last night in the Ireland fixture. The first two tries came from a penalty advantage and a kick attack. It's continued this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
The accuracy and the detail from that man's kick is perfect, and then the skill
time, but
and the ability to catch higher than Corambetti by Parkes, rewarded with a try.
Dan Biggar perfectly struck from the wide outside. 5 becomes 7. 3 becomes 10, which is now the Welsh lead.
With your arm up. I tackle.
It's going to be a feature throughout this whole game, just how accurate Wales kicking are, either off the tee, from the hand, or advantage there. That's great play from Wales, using the kick fantastically.
They will be conscious of what happened in Shizuoka yesterday. Ireland scored 2 early tries. The game is far from over, only coming up to 14 minutes played. Plenty of time.
Well, Michael Cheika and his Australian team haven't got a foothold in this game at all yet. They've not had enough possession. When they have, they look reasonably dangerous, but conceded possession and a turnover and the tackle 2 or 3 times. So they'll be looking here to win possession and keep a hold of it.
It's Michael Hooper who wins the line-out ball. Kerevi in midfield. Rodder. Good tackle by Owens. Haylett Petty.
Leave 6.
Australia now patiently building. Wales fast up. Kerevi though, a little bit of space here. The strength of Samu Kerevi. Josh Navidi helps out after Gareth Davis bumped off the centre. Here come Australia through Hooper. It's gone loose again though. It's there for Liam Williams. Throws it long to Hadley Parkes, who says, let's not mess around here. That's a thump from Hadley Parkes. Well taken. Dane Haylett Petty outside his 22. Straight back. But Liam Williams is there. And Dan Biggar. Down towards the corner.
Up the mark, boys.
Marika Corambetti is back. He sets off. Tipperick with the tackle. Kenya. Alan Alautoa. The tight head prop.
Back, back. Yours.
Kenya towards Dan Biggar. Biggar beats Kerevi inside to George North, who beats Naisarani. Gareth Davis with the break. Another suspicious high tackle. Jake Ball releases to Hadley Parkes, to Aaron Wainwright. Wainwright goes for the gap. It closes. Tipperick picks up. Held by Scott Seo. Josh Navidi. Tolulatu makes the tackle. Wales want quick turnover to keep their momentum going. Jonathan Davis to Tipperick. Good hands, Wainwright. Josh Adams comes off his wing, dances infield. Wyn Jones. Dan Biggar directly behind Gareth Davis. It's a long one. It's got the distance. Just wide. Referee Romain Poit is going to check.
Ben, can we have a check about the challenge on number 10 there after the pass? If it was in the right time or not in the right time?
Romain, we have a late tackle after the ball has been passed, but there is a gold arm in it. We'll show you the action now.
Okay.
It's Michael Hooper who's been singled out.
Yeah, it's just after Dan Biggar pops this ball back inside there. Yeah, it's late. I mean, that's slowed down, obviously, but it is late. I think it's a penalty only. He's been...
He does lead with the shoulder.
He does. Seen it from that angle is different, but this is it in real time. Oh, yeah, I take it back. That's later than I thought it was in full time. I thought the pass had beaten him initially, but he leans in with his shoulder. His arm does come round.
There is no contact with the head. There is no issue with the height of the tackle. However, the angle shows it is late after the pass has been given.
Yeah, from my view, it's just a penalty kick because 7 could do differently. There's nothing dangerous. The hit looks like shoulder to shoulder, then a penalty kick and have a word for 7 goal.
That is correct.
Thank you. 7? Okay. We are pretty sure you could do differently. It's just a penalty kick against you. Just be careful with that, okay? It's not a slow motion. This is the distance you have to do differently. He ran 2 meters, then you can do differently from ourselves, okay?
Michael Hooper trying to make the point that he was going backwards. Well, I think the evidence may suggest otherwise, Michael. Yeah. But it's, to be fair, it is not a yellow card. And that quite right.
Well, that was my initial summation of it, and sometimes you can get it wrong or you can get it right, obviously. But initially, I think the pass back inside was such a brilliant piece of skill by Dan Biggar to get in the outside, flick it back in, that it caught Michael Hooper out really defensively, and he just decided to lean in. This angle makes it. It's not contact with the head there.
Keep the standard you have at line-out. That's
great. As Romain Poit said, and his arm does try and come in, quite right with a penalty.
Stay goal, stay where you are.
Well, notably, they didn't know it was an advantage, so Dan Biggar's drop goal was legitimate in open play.
Australia steal a Welsh throw. Will Genia waits to see if they can extract the ball from the steal. George North drops back. That's good play by Alawa Latoa. And Wainwright. That's the deal with the surge, and Wales have done well. They've held up an Australian prop. All the front row of Australia involved in the close, tight work there. But the one final runner got isolated, and Wales held him off the ground.
Yeah, Aaron Wainwright has had a tremendous start to this game, winning turnovers, running with the ball in hand, making tackles. This is a line-out steal, just a little bit short in the throw. And Roller gets up and makes it. That's Aaron Wainwright, number 6, made a tackle. Wyn Jones helping out to the inside, and then they just work together. They don't work against each other, work together to hold the player up, win the turnover.
Look at my
and again, the long piece of possession that Australia had, that again ended with a turnover. They can't get a foothold in this ball in this game. You can see they've already missed 5 tackles.
Yeah, I suppose the 5 have been dancing players on the wing. I think in the heavyweight contest there's not much yielding yet.
I think it's the sense of which Wales are playing the game. They're moving the ball in space. They're stressing the Australian defence on the outside, and it means they're getting more. They're making more yardage. They're always making the defensive line retreat. They've had more possession. And as I say, Australia really shot themselves in the foot in the fact that they keep turning possession over because they can't affect this game.
From up here, we can just see how they all look very straight against each other now, all neatly in a line. But as soon as we get into the set, everything starts to get a little crooked and bending. And that's a good drive by Australia. Josh Navidi picks up, but he's under enormous pressure from the Australian back row, and that's a result of what happened at the scrum.
Absolutely. Scott Seward did a wonderful job putting the pressure straight through onto Thomas Francis, and as a result, it's difficult to clear that ball from the back of the scrum.
Ball was leaving by number 8, but stay in.
And then Hooper and Pocock can get in over the ball, and it's such a hard job to get them off the ball and to win the penalty for their side.
The massive significance of this is the front five getting that dominance, winning that scrum. The huge reaction they had because there hasn't really been a plan as such yet. We've not seen Australia do what they've been speaking of before the game. So these types of opportunities to get the platform to then move up 30 metres to now try and attack is huge. These guys leading it, the back row, are pivotal in how Australia want to play.
Stay within 15.
Cooper and Pocock together. Tololatu. Well done from Isaac Rodder. Australia hard into the Welsh midfield. It's Rodder again, who drives on. Seo onto the Welsh 22. James O'Connor, first little glimpse of him. Samuel Karevi. Liam Williams is there. Karevi slightly on his own for the moment. Break. There's an advantage for Australia. The kick by Bernard Foley. Adam Ashley Cooper can't make it first time, does make it second time.
Well, we'll follow a trend here. Kick attack. Adam Ashley Cooper picks up his 39th test try. Holding the width on the outside. Much better this time from O'Shea, looking after possession, getting in behind. There's a suspicion of a little bit of crossing here between James O'Connor and Tololatu, but then Karevi just keeps going. He breaks tackle of Williams. He gets in behind. This is a penalty advantage. And then, here we go, Foley right across to Adam Ashley Cooper. Cuts inside 2 defenders, slips, gets up, ducks down. And that's Australia's first real attack, and they've come up with 5 points.
If you're not held, you can simply get back up and play on. Adam Ashley Cooper, try number 39 for him. He's third on the all-time try-scoring list for Australia. Bernard Foley, his first shot at goal. Slight draw on it. Here we go though, this is the all-important try.
Yeah, Ken Owens does all that he can to try and put a bit of pressure, but Foley is an immaculate chip kick over. And because Adam Ashley Cooper can see the ball the whole time, he can come in and attack it. It was just falling just that little bit short. He can attack it, bringing him in on that angle that beats the 2 Welsh defenders and gets the first try.
Dan Biggar to restart forwards. Up towards Dane Haylett Petty. He goes to ground inside his 22. Rory Arnold drives on. As does the very
hold goal, stay!
Powerful player. Here's Dan Biggar. Says to Liam Williams, chase this, fullback. Williams does, it's gone loose. Tololatu ran into his own player. Welsh scrummage.
Yeah, accidental. Just be a scrum. But
9 prevented the tackle by number 8, Red.
Yeah, it's an accidental. Tolo Latu and his loosehead Pop Scott Seal, both prominent carriers for Australia. This is the second of those. This is Latu, and it's just a collision really between Josh Navidi and Will Genia, which stops Navidi getting to Tolo Latu. This was the high kick that Liam Williams got up. They got up higher than Genia, but just couldn't control it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's a red knock-on.
Yeah, that knock-on by Liam Williams, it's a scrum in roughly the same place. Change of footing, though.
That wasn't a knock-on.
The advantage wasn't over.
Yeah.
My total foul, mine.
Well, yet another opportunity. We've seen a try come from an advantage. There's plenty of space up there. Second time in this game, twice last night. The team just need that confidence and belief to try and play that little bit wider.
Catch!
If you look at Will Genia, had the ball in his right hand there, and he was just kind of flicking the ball behind himself, pointing, almost using it as an arrow, as a pointer.
Set!
To his left behind him for Curran Betty. I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them try and conjure up something on this left-hand side.
Gareth Davis goes to protect the open side.
Stay,
Foley
stay, 7!
might give Liam Williams a chance to attack. He's up against Adam Ashley Cooper. Wales through Dan Biggar. And now Jake Ball.
Lost 7!
Davis at the blind side. Jonathan Davis. Two Davises. Here's Gareth after the run by Jonathan. Gone backwards. Jake Ball can't get the pass away easily. He did in the end, but Australia have stolen it through Rory Arnold, the tallest man, getting down well. It's gone backwards. The ball spilling everywhere. It's back in Wales' possession. Gareth Davis for himself to chase. He's very quick. Corin Betty on the wing might just be a little bit quicker.
Hold goal!
Drills it up into the Welsh half. Biggar is back. Corin Betty is the lone pursuer. Liam Williams. George North is back there with him, as is Aaron Wainwright. Good footwork by the number 6. Beats 2 players.
Back up, good.
Ken Owens plays scrum half to Hadley Parks. Wyn Jones. Dan Biggar. Alan Wyn Jones. Across the line it goes. Jonathan Davis to Tipperick. To Josh Adams. For himself to chase. Was he obstructed? Adams in pursuit. Still loose. Australia 1 yard from their own line. Samu Karevi is at the bottom of that, and he's done enough to give Will Genia a chance to feed Bernard Foley, who lines up the clearance, and Australia get the relief.
We're going to have to get the breath back after that phase of play. This is a really good example of Wales finding the space again, but they've been allowed to find the space. That's 5 passes in a row without any pressure. The Australian line speed isn't what it should be, and Karevi gets back, just does enough to prevent Josh Adams from tidying up after his own kick.
Oh,
just
reach,
does enough, pulls it back in under control, and the best Australia can do is clear the lines up to 22. They have to impose themselves to the defence much more than they're doing at the moment, the Australians.
Another Welsh liner goes astray. Adam Ashley Cooper down into the middle of the park. Liam Williams.
Stay 13!
There might be a bit of space here. Haylett Petty has to chase it. It bounces well to Bernard Foley, and off comes Will Genia for Australia. To Corin Betty. Josh Navidi back to tackle Dane Haylett Petty.
Off your feet, 14!
We're back into this style of non-stop activity. Samu Karevi, brilliant! And that's an excellent tackle by Dan Biggar. Back to the penalty.
They're coming back for a penalty for going off feet of the breakdown just on the 15-metre line. About 25 yards out, but watch this for a stop goal from Corin Betty. Jonathan Davis is one of the best defenders in that 13 channel in the world game, and he just gets stood up by Corin Betty's step and goal. And then, well, Dan Biggar's one of the bravest defenders you'll see, and he comes in and manages to dislodge the ball. The technique's not great. His head should be on the other side. He should hit with his right shoulder, but he manages to dislodge the ball all under a penalty advantage.
So Karevi knew that if he could just have freed his hands there.
I think his footwork was so good he actually broke the line and got away from his own support as well. Karevi.
Dan Biggar is leaving the pitch. Alan Wynne-Jones there also receiving a bit of attention.
Okay. Now, you told me I take the points, you are the captain.
Here's Dan Biggar going off, already on Rhys Patchell.
You told me we go for shot. We go for shot. Yeah,
George North, yeah, again, elbow on the ground. You have to release them.
It's a carbon copy of the first one with Ashley Cooper. Good refereeing, good consistency from Romain Poit.
Well, it's been a breathless 27 minutes. I think Dan Biggar has gone off for a head assessment. Perhaps Rob has more on that.
Yeah, just made his way down the tunnel there. What bravery from Biggar. You're not going to get many tougher people to stop in a 5-metre channel, albeit his head was in the wrong place. You've got to commend the fly half.
Yeah, he's got to hit that with his right shoulder, but great bravery. And again, Karevi's footwork to get down that channel was something special.
Bernard Foley to reduce the gap to just 2 points. This time, he's accurate. Australia 8, Wales 10.
Much better kick from Bernard Foley there. The first one was a little bit too quick and sharp hook left, but Michael Cheika will be pleased the way this team have came back into this game. Just controlling the possession has allowed them to get territory, which has allowed them to apply pressure and get themselves back into the game. 2 points in it.
22 for Wales is their new outside half, Rhys Patchell. Dan Biggar having a little bit of medical treatment, a test. Michael Hooper takes Australia just outside their 22. Here's Rory Arnold. Little wild. James O'Connor has to go back. Gets away from Gareth Davis, but Wales collar him in front of his own posts. It's there for Genia, though. Good clearance.
Good kick again. Australia use Genia often. Really, that's a big kick from the shadow of your own posts, from the base of the ruck, and that low position to get the ball out over and almost up to the 10-metre line. Good clearance there.
Ken Owens will take great care with this throw. 2 have gone into Australian hands. Back to Tipperick, where they started this match. Good take off his toes by Rhys Patchell. Twists and turns and delivers for Gareth Davis. Here is Ken Owens. Good footwork from the hooker to beat Issa Naisarani. Tipperick. Tackled by Alan Alatoa. It's been kept in play well by Josh Adams. Hadley Parkes keeps the movement going. Gareth Davis spotted a gap. Rory Arnold read the break well, covered it. Wynne-Jones now.
No, positive.
George North to Aaron Wainwright.
No,
Michael Hooper with another tackle. Patchell. Got the ball away to Josh Navidi, the 2 number 8s. Naisarani and Navidi. Alan Wynne-Jones to the 22. Gareth Davis goes digging. Australia.
You came too late. You came too late. That was a red call,
says Romain Poit.
Yeah, Michael Hooper looks back. I think that the decision was that there's already a ruck form, so that you can't then use your hands. And because there was one player from either side over the ball before Hooper got his hands on it. It's a penalty for hands on a ruck. He didn't realise. He thought he was okay to hang on to the ball. We'll have a look here. Josh Adams, Ken Owens. Well, actually, I think he's hard done by there. That's a new tackle for me, because there's not an Australian player over the top of the ball. That is just a tackle, although there's two Welsh players there.
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I think that's a point that David Pocock's trying to make to Romain Poit.
Rhys Patchell, fresh on the field, is lining up this kick. Very well struck. That penalty is to by Rhys Patchell. Australia 8, Wales 13.
This was his first involvement. Rhys Patchell, wonderful pick-up of his toes from Gareth Davis's long pass. Aaron Wainwright has been impressive, but he gets hit hard there by Hooper, who's just a workhorse. He's always on the go. It was him that gave the penalty away. And then, well done to Rhys Patchell for stepping up and just giving Wales that little bit of cushion.
Josh Navidi waits. Wales put lots of bodies in because they suspect the clearance kick is coming from Gareth Davis. Wales tend not to go out of play here, and it's happened again. Keep the ball in play. Let's see what happens. Dame Haylett-Petty towards Patchell, who calls the mark.
Well, the two kicks off 9 that we've seen in that position from Wales, usually it's a box kick and it's a contestable kick, but the two kicks from Gareth Davis we've seen so far was long. They've kept it in, but they're going as long as possible, trying to get that territory.
Well, it's really even all around in terms of statistics, possession and territory very similar. Even running meters, the amount of times these teams are so happy now to get ball in hand and have a go is entertaining, is enterprising, and this crowd are absolutely loving it. Keeping an eye out for bigger, yet to come out of the tunnel, which is a bit of a concern.
No, don't move, don't move. Yeah, but in the middle they move. Okay? Stay on him.
Toluratu waits.
Let's go, God!
Romain Poit explains about leaving the big wide gap. Some hope, really. Rory stretched out a hand, loose, well picked up
there
by James O'Connor. Josh Adams is back, hands it to fullback Liam Williams.
Stay right, don't move!
And this time Wales do clear the ball off the field.
Yeah, I think it's just an opportunity to give his forwards a bit of a rest there. I think he maybe really wanted to run that. It looked as if he was eager to find space, but I believe he did the right thing there. Yes, Australia's put in, but you're up at halfway and the team can regather.
Latu on halfway, just about. Mascherani wins it. Oh, the power of Karevi running into Rhys Patchell. Sets up another Australian attack.
Leave, no!
At least he delayed this release for Australia. The Welsh captain, Bernard Foley, slings it at Michael Hooper's shoes, and it's put Australia in a bit of bother, and they've done very well to get the scraps back.
On feet and getting ball afterwards, fine, play on.
Guinea. Again, a surprise pass to Bernard Foley. Oh, no, it wasn't Foley, it's Adam Ashley-Cooper. Here comes David Pocock. I think Foley said to Will Genia, I don't want this ball, it's too slow. That's Dame Haylett-Petty claiming the ball in the air. Genia to Pocock, Australia, giving it with O'Connor. Trapped by Hadley Parks, ball's gone loose. And forward. Yes. Advice from touch judge, assistant referee to full referee, knock on.
Yeah, it was. Jonathan Davis and Hadley Parks coming forward as Hadley Parks make the tackle. And James O'Connor's desperately trying to keep that ball alive. He wants to keep playing, but Hadley Parks is on his outside shoulder. This was a big collision between Pachel and Corabetti earlier on, driving forward. A good tackle by Pachel. But Australia, I think, are going to have to improve their kicking game. They're kicking high, but it's higher in the half field. They're not getting a lot of territory, and Wales have never really been under a lot of pressure towards their own line, so Australia will have to look to maybe kick a little bit longer.
Okay, just have a word. We cannot have the scrum down, every ball in, okay? Your chance is to have the ball at number 8 feet, but you must work hard and you keep it up, because it's always going down on your side. Bind up, come closer, and stay up, okay? We have a Tiramo check. Yes, Ben?
Well, clear words from Rohan Poit there. An update from the sideline. Dan
Bigger. A picture. I want you to look at the ball carrier, which is goal number 12 here, and his left forearm.
Samu Kerevi leading with the forearm is the accusation.
Well, I think there's a slight difference. I mean, if it hits the neck or head area, the throat, it's an issue. But does that forearm leave his body? Does he lead with it, or does it come after the initial contact?
Contact with the hand first, hand off, which is allowed.
As long as he's not with his elbow outstretched before the contact. There's not a lot in this one.
It'd be good to see this in real time, wouldn't it?
They're looking for the determining factors. His left elbow.
So, Roman, if you need clarification, the left forearm makes contact with the defender's chest first, but then rides up for indirect contact on his throat.
Okay. Then what we have? It's not a forearm throwing on the defender. Okay, he had the ball at the contact on his chest. Then the forearm contact with the chest first, and after went up in the throat of the players, but that wasn't deliberate and like a dangerous for play. Are you happy to play a penalty kick for that?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Just reckless?
Correct.
And penalty kick against 12 Australia?
12 goal, correct.
Okay.
So it is deemed to be leading with a forearm, but a penalty only.
7?
Yep.
12.
We'll hear what he says to the captain, but
I feel slightly sorry for Samu Kerevi because
it's not led with the arm, it's come up after the contact.
And the tackler was going high.
It's not a forearm straight on the chest and on the head. He had the forearm there, but afterwards you push your opponent with the forearm and touching the throat in a second time. That will be just a penalty kick for that, and just be careful now with that. Okay, this is the third penalty. We had an advantage for high tackle there. We have another foul place there, and we have another one there. Please just make sure your players stay in the low and don't go for the foul play again.
Nice question.
Yeah.
Should we not run into the tackle anymore because we can't get anything there?
Yeah.
Like that is terrible tackle technique, and like he's just done a very good carry. So we can't carry if that's going to be the ruling. We'll get called from these guys all day.
This is my call. This is my call. You cannot touch the throat of your opponent, and even if you are pushing him. Okay, that's about the security. We go just for a penalty kick because everything went not straight on the throat. Okay.
You're going to keep it tucked.
Yeah, and push on the chest. Okay, because you touch the throat. That's the end of the story. That's our decision.
Nice touch by Samu Kerevi. Going to Rhys Patchell, but Michael Hooper, it's a fair point.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is.
Absolutely. Rhys Patchell did attempt to tackle high, and we said it right away, and I agree with the referee. Samu Kerevi did not lead with his elbow outstretched. The ball, his arms tucked in, and there's a push. Because the push, that's a lovely touch there, isn't it, by Kerevi? And the players are understanding and Michael Hooper has to ask those questions, but because after he pushed his arm away it rode up into the throat, then there's contact with the throat, it's indirect, it's a penalty and no more. And there's Dan Biggar, who looks like he's not going to join the pitch again. He's on the bench, he's taking his boots off, and Rhys Patchell seems to be on for the remainder of the game.
That's the halfway line, so it's 48 metres, 47.
47 and a half.
Distance not a problem. Accuracy not a problem, with a little bit of help from the posts.
Captain, in the low, you must push
the Welsh lead grows. Australia 8, Wales 16.
Yeah, it's an excellent kick, wasn't it? From 47.5 metres out, just kissed that left post and then drops over. That's a big score, an important time.
That's a big kiss too, Chris.
Yeah, it is. And it's minutes before half-time, an important time to score.
Australia give themselves a chance to chase again. That's worked well for them. They've regained the restart. Gareth Davis with the interception. Davis should have the pace over the Bernard Foley. Adam Ashley Cooper can't make it back. And Gareth Davis scores, and the Welsh lead grows.
Well, it's a signature from Gareth Davis. He does it time and time again. He gets freedom in the defensive system to fly out the line and pick off the passes. And when he gets it, he's so quick. 13 international tries. Record try scorer for his club as well. Genia takes 2 or 3 steps. The pass is always inside Davis. He can see it the whole time. Attacks in towards the ball, and you're not catching Gareth Davis.
He is given absolute licence to lead that charge. And it has become something of a signature.
He's so quick as well. And because he can see it, and actually thought early on in the game, Genia has on 2 or 3 occasions taken 1 or 2 steps, probably trying to draw in those defenders near to the contact, but if you're taking 1 or 2 steps, you can't deliver a long pass like that. Gareth Davis is too good at picking those off and running them in. A massive swing in momentum towards the end of the first half.
From three from Rhys Patchell. Australia 8, Wales 23.
And once again, we're talking about the Welsh defence. Incredible line speed. Off Davis goes. Not the first time we've seen him do it. Mentioned about his free rein. But Hadley Parkes and Jonathan Davis are consistently leading that line forward. And it is so oppressive on the Australian attack.
Slightly longer this time, and Josh Adams can make the catch.
Back.
The last minute of the first half, and what was very tight and very close has suddenly become a Welsh lead. I mean, it's not insurmountable.
3 back, back goal.
But in the space of just a couple of minutes,
Give us
Wales
9.
scoring 10 points. Gareth Davis waits. He'll wonder. Get this off the park, takes his time, waits for the clock to go down. We are at half-time in Tokyo, and we have another game of drama and swift change and ups and downs and back and forth across the field. Wales go off with a spring in their step. Australia have much to ponder. At half-time, Australia 8, Wales 23.
Let's go in, boys. Come on. Put on the floor now. Fly a 10. Let's match it. Let's take it to up.
Wales return to the field. Now, Chris, they're obviously happy. They're obviously in the lead. And Australia are trailing by so many points. But what do you do if you're Wales? Do you go into protective mode?
No, you can't do that. You've got to keep playing. You've got to keep playing. I mean, it was only 3 minutes before half-time. It was, well, actually 8 minutes before half-time. It was 13-8, so it wasn't a lot in it. It was that blitz of the penalty from Patchell, then another penalty, trying the conversion. So that all came in an 8-minute spell, and teams can score a lot of points quickly. So if Wales try and defend their lead, then I think they'll be in trouble.
What are you calling to say, like, release? Are you saying hands off or release?
When it's 50-50, and I think maybe sometimes I say lost, I say hands out.
So hands out or lost. There's a lot of voices now.
David Pocock just asking Ron Park what his terminology is for when he wants his players to release the ball, get their hands off. And then David Pocock, I think, saying some of the guys in the heat of the battle can't quite hear.
The same way? Okay, thank you.
Well, I don't think any referee is obliged to give a running commentary.
No. And the players work on that, you know, being aware of the referee, even although sometimes it's not too loud.
Bernard Foley starts the second half in Tokyo Stadium. Josh Navidi catches for Wales.
Use!
Tom Francis, the last over the ball. Gareth Davis under a 5-second pressure now to get rid of the ball. Haylett Petty, Ashley Cooper. Marika Corain-Betty has the power to get to ground. Strong run by number 8, Naisarali. Jonathan Davis hauled him down. Genia feeds the charges. 1, and then the backs. 2. Tolatu the hooker.
Stay.
Australia has started in very determined fashion. Isaac Rodder drives on. Gareth Davis fast out of the line again. That's gone forward. Another handling error by Australia. Just when it seemed to be coming together, they make a mistake.
It's a similar pattern. We said it in the first half. Any good piece of play they do where they really try and stretch and pressurise Wales defence ends in a handling error from Australia. And this is Tololatu on the near side. He was actually eventually well tackled as well to keep the ball under pressure. Hadley Parkes and Josh Adams eventually drag him down. Gareth Davis flew out of line trying to get another interception, but ultimately it ends with Foley knocking on, and he was under some pressure from Wainwright, but not a huge amount.
We are the world. You are both involved.
Bernard Foley in the end making the mistake.
Okay.
Jonathan Davis. Interested spectator in Tokyo.
Interesting reaction.
Eddie Jones, coach of England. I think it was the Welsh who spotted him.
Yeah. Sporting his baseball cap, incognito.
Jonathan Davis back on his feet.
Yeah, he tried to. He made a tackle. He tried to hold up the attacker.
Make sure you got your right gap.
And it was cleared out. Maybe a bang in the ribs or winded or so. Keep an eye on that for Jonathan Davis.
Crunch! Fine! Set!
Wales under a bit of pressure at the scrum in the first half. That's better for Gareth Davis, and there's the speed of the scrum half again. Liam Williams and George North on the outside gets the pass to Gareth Davis. It's a fantastic covering tackle. Wales have it again through Wainwright.
6.
And now Patchell. Jonathan Davis, Tipperick on the outside, gets the ball to Josh Adams. Australia fanned out well there. Adam Ashley Cooper was over the ball, held it up for a moment. Wyn Jones has to play scrum half. Jake Ball. Forwards come first through Alan Wynne-Jones. Patchell back, possibly for the drop goal. Not yet. The forwards take it on.
Hands out!
Gareth Davis allows Jake Ball to hover over it.
Use it!
Navidi picks up. Patchell still in the pocket behind Gareth Davis. Here he is. He liked it from the moment he struck it. More points for Wales. More points for Rhys Patchell. Australia 8, Wales 26.
Yeah, it's clever play, isn't it? Picking the possession once again at 22. They just keep it, keep it, keep it. And then he's very deep in the pocket. It takes all the time he needs, Rhys Patchell, and just clips it inside the right-hand post. Good game management. And an excellent start to the second half for Wales.
Well, let's continue from the first half, hasn't it, Dan Biggar? Setting that precedence in the first minute. Big substitution as Foley comes off now, walking to the sideline. The Manic Street Preachers enjoying that one.
Matt To'omua comes on for Australia.
You hold 7,
Gareth
you stay,
Davis.
you stay, you stay.
Thumps the ball off the park. Matt To'omua.
Well, Foley struggled.
For Bernard Foley.
Yeah, Foley struggled. Some nice touches, but he struggled to control the game, and he struggled one or two hand errors. He's only played 2 games, I think, after a long layoff for injury, 2 or 3 months. So Matt To'omua will hope to, from his point of view, Australia's point of view, bring a bit more direction.
Only 4 in the Australian line-out. A lot of forwards out here in the backs. First, it's Matt O'Connor. James O'Connor, sorry, beg his pardon. James O'Connor, who sets it up. Kenya looks where everybody else is. Here comes Alan Alawatoa. Here's To'omua, and there might be a glimpse of the threat of the new player, and a threat of Wayne Haylett-Petty as well. Here's O'Connor back in possession. Kenya. To'omua, such a threat already. The inside ball to Corin Betty. 5 metres out. To'omua, 1 metre out now. Kenya, Corin Betty.
No hands!
No hands now, says Romain Poit. It's there for Kenya. Naisarani, the dummy runner. Karevi with Liam Williams hanging onto his bootlaces. David Pocock to Dane Haylett-Petty. Try awarded by Romain Poit.
Well, that's a wonderful try, an outstanding try from Australia. They needed something to lift the crowd and lift himself back into this game. This is multi-phase, quick possession every time. Matt To'omua was involved on 6 or 7 occasions. Corin Betty came really close. The Welsh defence hang on. They stopped time and time again, but after multi-phase, there's To'omua again, getting within a metre. What an impact he's had. Immediately it comes off the field, and then as it goes a little bit wider, Pocock goes through, frees the hand. Haylett-Petty runs a wonderful support line and dives over. A brilliant response to the drop goal from Wales is that wonderful try from Australia.
Now, Matt To'omua prepares the kick as Adam Ashley-Cooper comes off the field. Australia ringing the changes. This player, Matt To'omua, what an impact he's made within seconds of arriving on the pitch.
Well, Matt To'omua is having a similar impression that Will Kinnear had last game against Fiji. He's grabbed this game by the scruff of his neck, took it forward, and now Curtly Beale comes on as well. He is one lieutenant that To'omua is going to enjoy playing with.
Good from Pocock, wasn't it, to get the hands free and Haylett Pettit to drive through. It's much easier when your team provides you with good goal forward, quick ball. And Genia there had to work so hard to get to each breakdown, and it was quick ball. It was in behind the Welsh defensive line. Much easier ball to attack that, and well, Beale's a threat as well.
Wales have split their forwards. It's taken by Michael Hooper.
No, thank you.
Big Rory Arnold.
No.
Wales have to leave it alone for Will Genia. Here he goes again. Toomua is not afraid of contact. He's not afraid of distribution. Aaron Wainwright with a tackle on Scott Sear. Genia inside his 22.
Much more intensity about Australia, isn't it? It's amazing what a try like that can do to galvanise you, to get a spring in your step.
6 and 1 red. 6 and
Wales
1.
are making changes as well. They'll try to respond to the comeback.
On comes Ross Moriarty wearing 20, and wearing 17 is Nicky Smith. So it's Wyn Jones and Aaron Wainwright who depart.
Please, the red will come. Stop, three, please, three, go. Back, wait.
Ken Owens to throw. Justin Tipuric. He's been the most reliable of the targets. Gareth Davis. Ross Moriarty sets off, as does Josh Adams. Haylett Pettit takes ball and the pair of them, and does well to present to Genia.
It was early.
Here comes Alan Alao-Latoa. Rory Arnold again. There is a new zip to Australia. And most of it is sparked by Toomua. Josh Adams tries to rip it from Haylett Pettit. He can't. Genia comes back the short side. Strong run by Naisarani. Gareth Davis again can't take it. Oh, it was another one waiting to be picked off. Not offside, just a knock on.
Yeah, just a knock on from me as well. Why else would you not want to catch that? He's not deliberately trying to do anything. I think his eyes light up. I think he feels he's going to score again. That carbon copy. Genia stumbles this time, gets the ball away. Oh, you can see the frustration on his face. Beale, I don't think would have made the tackle in real time. This is a little high tackle from Josh Adams. I think we're maybe going to have a look at. Nice, Arani.
Yeah, but last time with the number 4 red, that was a contest. That wasn't a tackler. But I will pay attention to the tackler. Make sure about that.
Well, I'm quite happy with that. You see, there's a renewed vigour and spark to the Australian attack just now. I mean, a couple of changes, obviously, and that's had its influence, but they're running much harder and they're much more intent at the spaces between the Welsh defenders.
Well, yes, it seems to be number 22, Max Toomua, who has sparked this. I think Romain Poit is going to have a look at the big screen and see what's what. Let's have a look.
Josh Adams, and there is a contact with Naisarani high.
Yeah, we'll just we'll show you at full speed so that you can understand the level of danger.
I don't see a big level of danger.
That's correct.
And the players is leading with the head in front, the ball carrier, and the number 11 red receive, welcome the tackler with the speed.
That's correct.
I agree, it's height. Then it's penalty kick against 11 red on the halfway line, just over there.
That is correct.
11.
Well, we've got another high tackle. But if you tell players to go low in the tackle and insist on it, and they don't.
There's no height level of danger. Okay. But it's a full play and it's a high tackle. Then we go for penalty kick against you. Please tackle lower than like the Australian. Okay. Please.
Well, no yellow card. Consistency from Romain Poit.
Well, I think Josh Adams. It's
tackle, no danger.
Because it's not a high danger in Romain Poit's eyes because his arm, it's made the contact, it's not the shoulder, so it's a high tackle. But it is direct contact very high. I think it's quite fortunate not to get a yellow card there, Josh Adams, because the contact, I say, it's not intent.
Yeah, inside
but it is high and direct. But they have to force themselves to tackle low.
Red.
Tolulatu throws. Alawalatoa drags it down. Australia in possession with this new vigour through number 8, Isa Naisarani. Australian forwards entering the act. Josh Adams has to roll away. Tumua gets to James O'Connor. Very different Australia. Full of running power and menace. Kenya to Pocock. Scott Sear. Kenya again, long, flat. Gareth Davis couldn't go for the interception, had to make the tackle. Chance now. O'Connor, Karevi, well tackled low this time by Josh Adams. Australia pressing. Alawalatoa again, much more involved in this second half.
No, 5! Ball available.
Wales tried a counter-ruck. Australia maintained their discipline. Rory Arnold sent back. Wales again. Put as many bodies in as they dare, and then they fan out now. Kenya. James O'Connor to Karevi's gone forward. Liam Williams can lead a charge. Can he? Yes. Gone forward again from Australia. Alan Wynne-Jones. Sweet pass to Jonathan Davis. And then no nonsense. Make Dane Haylett-Petty turn. He looks up to Wales attackers. Patchell closes in on him. Liam Williams scampers across. We're back in the rhythm of end-to-end stuff. Please. It has gone out at last.
It's out and halfway, and Wales had to defend really well there. It's an excellent tackle from Josh Adams when he was 1-on-1 with Karevi. And then it was all about the Welsh defenders getting to their feet quicker and recycling themselves quicker than the Australian attackers could. Australia tried to get to the outside of the Welsh defence, but they couldn't get round the blitz, and Earls pulled the turnover.
Will Genia, scrum half, goes off, and Nick White comes on.
I'm not doctor.
Well, once again, we're talking about this press of the Welsh defence.
With the player,
in combination, Davies and Potts are, for me, one of the best centre pairings because they understand exactly what the other person's doing and they shut down any chance of teams trying to play wide. They are so good at that together.
Here's Hadley Parks. Central to that defensive operation alongside Jonathan Davis, who wears 13. Talulatu. It's gone scrappily down to Nick White, the new scrum half. That's not what scrum halves like. Rory Arnold is a big target to hit. Hooper takes on opposite number Tipperick. Wales did well then to dislodge the ball. Michael Hooper, he's got to be careful because his tone to the referee is quite aggressive.
Yeah, he's getting frustrated, is Michael Hooper. and be frustrated with that little knock-on, because Australia found a little bit of space down this short side. Wales have worked so hard on that fold defensively to get round the corner to get that red wall, but they're exposing themselves a little bit on the blind side, and it's a good tactic against the blitz defence.
Come out, please.
17 for Wales in the front row. Nicky Smith behind him, packing down on his outside leg. Ross Moriarty. Gareth Davis, the scrum half who scored with one interception and might have scored a second. Australia have made no changes to their front row yet.
Set!
Davis comes up the blind side. Oh, that's such a good tackle by Michael Hooper.
That was a dominant hit, wasn't it? Australia looked to go quickly, but it's in front of the mark. Gareth Davis may need a little bit of treatment. What a tackle by the number 7.
You cannot play on.
Not only did he cover the ground, they make the tackle, they force the turnover as well. Really good defence. You can see the ball. Navid did as well to control the ball initially. The scrum gets disrupted and Gareth Davis darts down the short side and whack. He doesn't see him coming and Hooper hits him and drives him into touch.
Hold, Red, hold!
The plan I had hasn't really come off.
Where did you come from?
Naisarani wins the line-out. Australia off again. Isaac Rodder this time from the second row. Australia had a numerical advantage. They still do on this tight side.
Leave back.
Nick White goes back to Rodder. Danger. Australia on the move, and it's suddenly starting to open up for them. White again. And the Taumua, what an influence he's had. And he seems to be combining well with his scrum half. They're both a bit buried at the moment. Kerevi waits, then goes in to help David Pocock. James O'Connor hands it on. Naisarani. Wales have turned it over illegally.
13.
Jonathan Davis penalised.
13.
Well, Jonathan Davis, you say number 13 coming in from the side. And I think
in the corner.
I think Australia might be a little bit fortunate there. I thought Ross Moriarty had rights in that ball. The Welsh number 20. It was Naisarani carrying wide in the outside channels. Much more continuity there. Jonathan Davis is on the ground. He doesn't release more than coming in from the side, sorry, because George North and Ross Moriarty, I think, are okay.
On the line, Red. On the line.
But after the tackle, Jonathan Davis has to roll away a bit quicker. That was earlier on. James O'Connor's getting a little bit more time and space in that midfield channel to probe and pass his way out of danger.
It's a good position for Australia.
I told you, on the line.
15 points to 26. 11 points adrift. They've gone for more than just a penalty.
Speaking about penalties, both teams been very, very well disciplined. Just 5-4 on the penalty count, which the amount of rugby we've been played is really good to see.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Just confirmation of the dominance of Australia in this second half. Wins the line out. On comes the drive. Wales trying to grab it infield. Tolulatu still in possession. He has to sort of go backwards a little bit. Ross Moriarty's in there quite legally. No, he's not. Penalty advantage. Away comes Nick White.
No, 7. Back 11.
David Pocock picks up. Delivers. Isaac Rodder feeds the kick too far, but I think it will be a penalty to Australia back in this corner.
Yeah, it was a well-executed driving maul from the Australians, and Wales had to infringe in the maul to stop it going all the way. It's in the 5 minute. I think we'll see the same again. Australia will be happy to put this into the touch and try and launch from another maul. It was certainly going forward at a terrific rate. I think Ross Moriarty was fine.
You have to kick out. Yeah, you have to kick out. Please leave.
He was just going to take the line out without kicking it out.
First things first, Matt, into touch. Goodness, what an impact he's had, and what an influence he's become on this game.
Absolutely, and it's quite difficult to sum up in terms of a playmaker, a number 10. This is a penalty. Navidi, after he leaves that, he has to get back on side as he comes unbound before re-engaging in the maul. But Matt Tamura's had such an amazing impact because of the desire and the hunger and the ball carrying he's got.
It's Rory Arnold again and again. It's a good initial surge. Tolulatu. Have they lost it? No, Nick White thinks it's still on his side. Pocock, though, has to pick it up and go. Nicky Smith can't do anything to prevent this Australian surge, but at least the ball is on the ground. Now Sarami leaves it for Latu. White has to go digging. This is Scott Seo wearing 1. Michael Hooper. It's another penalty. Justin Tipperick this time has been penalised. Australia try the other side. White tries on his own. He can't make it.
Hands out now! Hands out! No, you are in a contact with the players on the ground. It's just twice offside.
Back to another penalty.
Well, it's more
and 5 there.
It's more possession for Australia, and Wales so far are up to the mark. How they stopped that last driving maul was incredible, because the maul was really moving forward again towards the line, and then it became pick and go, pick and go. Wales quite like that. They're physical enough to deal with that. Australia, I think, will have to challenge them more with perhaps 1 or 2 runners or 2 options, because Wales are tough and brave, and they'll soak up that all day.
We're into the last quarter of the game. It is all Australia at the moment in terms of territory and possession. Wales might be able to defend with 15, but they can't afford too many penalties in this area, or they'll be defending with 14 again. The same pattern. Rory Arnold wins. Tolulatu has the ball. Not quite the rush with the maul. Latu, is he still in contact there? It's certainly gone to ground. White. Samu Karevi delivers. Hooper. 2 meters from the line.
Back on the line.
Corin Betty is in there. It comes to Scott Seo. Latu again.
Back on the line, 12 on the line, 13
Wales
on the
have
line.
to be back on the line. The roll, Australia can plant the ball against the bottom of the post, they'll be all right. Michael Hooper tries exactly that. He's short.
Okay.
Here they come again. Alan Alao-Latoa, another penalty to Australia. More tackles made by Wales, more possession for Australia. Nick White.
Leave.
Still short. Surely it must tell. It does. The captain, Michael Hooper, the scorer.
Well, Australia deserved this for the comeback in the second half. There was all the territory, all the possession. It took a long time to come. 3 attempts at a driving maul, numerous attempts at the pick and go, the runner, but eventually they've got the reward. It's Hooper, it's the captain, who scores underneath the base of the post, just there under the pressure, and Navidi just gets it down and no more. You can see the delight in his face, and the momentum swung towards Australia.
He scored more tries than any other Australian forward, and the coach thinks that will be just about as important as any he scored. It's a simple conversion for Matt To'omua. Australia are right back in this.
Well, it's game on. It's game on, Eddie. And the momentum's with Australia. Have a look again. Nick White was really close. And this must have been 12, 14, 15 phases. Hooper just makes it.
Well, there's been a significant shift of attitude of this Australian team, really just fronting up. That man on screen, Michael Hooper, led it with his big shots and big carries. Moriarty looks on. They're going to try and stop this, the Welsh. The ascendancy, the dominance is now very much in the goal favour.
Changes for Wales. Dylan Lewis comes on into the front row. Aaron Shingler comes on into the back row. Wales now have to find a response. They have only a 4-point lead at half-time. They had a 15-point lead. Hooper again leads the charge. Changes to the Australian front row. Sekope Kepu and James Slipper are on. It's all Australia. Awakens Haylett Petty again. Liam Williams is back. Haylett Petty watches it go out of play. Or not. With the knock-on.
Wow, momentum in sport. It's such a crucial thing, isn't it? You see, Jerome Garcia's having a word with Alun Jones, but Nick White has picked the space in behind the ruck. And just again, we said that Wales like to fan out, they want to fill the field, but you've got to mark that first position. Dane Haylett-Petty looks at the ball across the touchline, but he pops it back in field. I think the last touch was forward from Australia. It's a scrum to Wales, just outside their own 22.
It's off a red player.
Look how many tackles Wales have had to make in this second half in particular.
Yeah, it's more tiring. We always know that. We hear it time and time again. Defending's harder than attacking on the body. And Wales have had to make a lot of tackles, physical tackles near their own line in the last 10 minutes. The replacement, Jake Ball's been replaced by Shingler. He's a lighter man, but he's an outstanding player, Aaron Shingler.
Wales opened up their lead to a full 18 points. But Australia have come back with these two converted tries. 22-26. Another game of huge excitement here. Rhys Patchell says, let's at least get into the Australian half. Haylett-Petty. Navidi makes the tackle. Australia pour forward again and make ground. Knock on. Some respite for Wales. Was there a knock-on? There wasn't.
It was all backwards. And you see Sean Edwards and Morgan and Stephen Jones getting a little bit nervous because we keep saying it, but the momentum has swung and it's with Australia. And Wales are making errors they don't usually make. And also, what will be a bigger worry to them is the fact that Australia are now making a lot of yards with every carry they make. They're getting over advantage and it makes it more difficult for Wales to blitz, to come forward. Dane Haylett-Petty there with a really good charge. And then it was O'Connor again finding space in the midfield.
New targets for Tolulatu. 19 is Adam Coleman, who's on for Rory Arnold. It's Michael Hooper who wins at the front. Pocock comes in. Corin Betty off the wing. Josh Navidi makes the tackle. No line-outs lost for Australia. Wales haven't been so successful. A little knock-on by the Welsh captain. And that's Nick White slaps him in the chest. That's a bad sign.
I don't like that.
No. Two.
I don't like that from Nick White.
Two, please.
Your emotions can get the better of you, obviously, but I'm sure he'll feel a wee bit silly when he watches that back big carry from Corin Betty. And this is Alun Jones, who does really well to get in that position, then knocks it on. So he doesn't need somebody celebrating in his face.
Well, those types of reactions are exactly what have changed in the second half. Yes, it's unsportsmanlike, it's not particularly to be celebrated, but it defines how the Australians are really up to gear. The physicality's gone through the roof, and moments like that kind of define that.
I think celebrating a great piece of your own play is more important than celebrating a mistake from someone else. But as you say, the emotions get high, don't they? And the momentum's with Australia. Nick White has made a difference. He's been much sharper around the breakdown, whipped the ball away quicker.
Elliot Dee comes on into the middle of the Welsh front row. New props, Dylan Lewis. Elliot Dee in between him and Nicky Smith. Good attacking position for Australia. Look, space on both sides. It's been whipped around. And Romain Poit said, don't like that, Wales. Penalty to Australia.
Not in a pushing position. Red.
Stepping around, not in a pushing position.
You are 8 in the scrum.
Michael Hooper's actually looking to the touchline for a bit of guidance here. And the tee comes on. He's going to have an opportunity to go at goal. They have scored 3 tries to Wales 2. There's the penalty there. Nicky Smith stepping out and across the line and driving in towards the Kopi Kepu. I just wonder if he'd been tempted to go to the touchline there, Eric. I know this will bring them within a point and they have to score, but the momentum and the effort they've shown and the reward they've had from the touchline in this second half, I just wonder.
2 conversions. This is first penalty, Matt Toomua, but he's all part of the process of not just nibbling away at the Welsh lead, they're taking chunks out of it now. Three out of 3 for Matt Toomua. Australia to within 1 point of Wales.
Time off, good, 8.
The bench, you can see they've all had their activity just with the 1 to go. Lucan Salakaia-Loto comes on. He'll come on in place of Isa Naisarani.
On the whistle, hold on.
Yeah, Naisarani's carried effectively in the second half, much more than he did in the first half. And you can see how the momentum swung back and forth in this game.
Oh, Michael Hooper gets through the first line of the Welsh defence yet again. Australia in possession. Salakaia-Loto, fresh legs. Wales simply cannot get their hands on the ball. Nick White, high towards Liam Williams. Well taken by the Welsh fullback. Possession at last for Wales. Dylan Lewis leads the charge. We have a penalty for Wales. I imagine they don't want to do anything too spectacular here.
18 offside.
Just straight offside. I think they didn't realise the ball was going to be so slow, and he took a chance. He worked hard to get himself back on side. There's not a lot in that either. I mean, Gareth Davis he's entitled to put his hands in the ball. It's when the ball's lifted that the defence can come forward. And Kepu just crept forward. And maybe that's the determining factor that's going to shift momentum back to Wales. They'll have to win this line out if the ball goes out. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a third drop goal of the evening.
Rhys Patchell, in a rare moment of Wales going forward, puts them in the Australian 22. Elliot Dee comes on. It's a very different Welsh lineup now. Here's the hooker. We have a change in the Welsh centre. Owen Watkin, wearing 23, is on the field. Hadley Parkes comes off.
Time back on, please, Red, come in. Stay where you are. Go,
Wales having to get to the line-out quickly. Dee. Justin Tipperick with the catch.
Yeah, going and breaking the support.
It's a penalty advantage to Wales. I think contact in the air on Tipperick. Salakai Lotto tries to reach over to spoil this. It's a free play for Wales. Patchell high for George North to chase. Did it go forward? Was there contact on the ground? George North stays down. Back to the penalty.
Jumping across, landing in the Welsh side and breaking the support.
Yeah, jumping across the line, you can't do that. Quite rightly a penalty is Almond Jones.
No, we stay quiet, okay? And thank you.
A little bit of concern on the Welsh side.
Jumping
George
across,
North is staying down.
In the Welsh side. Decision, Red.
That's it, Rodder.
Yeah.
And this is a different kick. It wasn't a low flat kick, it was a high kick, allowing George North to get up. Knocked on there. The judge to be knocked on there. And then...
Sorry, you was at 10 and I went at 10.
Where George North picks up a knock. And because the infringement was in the line at the penalties on the 15-metre.
He's running back into position. George North, Adam Ashley Cooper looks on.
Well, it would be remarkable now if Wales do get some points out of it. Just 18% possession they've had in this second half. Barely touched the ball. Finally get down in the third. And now chance to get the points.
The mark is here. Back on the line.
Rhys Patchell to steady a ship that's been taking in water all second half. It's another good kick by Rhys Patchell.
Well, it's had to stay calm under all sorts of pressure. Rhys Patchell's came on the field, and one of the first things he had to do was kick a penalty, and then there, after having almost zero possession, zero territory in the second half, the one opportunity you do get, you have to make them count, and Rhys Patchell did that there.
Australia have been very good at chasing the restarts. Matt To'omua has opted to come this way a bit longer. Josh Navidi comes forward. Aaron Shingler took responsibility for the catch.
Stay back, stay back. Use it, 9.
A try would put Australia in the lead. Gareth Davis. Down towards the ever-dangerous Courtney Beale. Marika Koroimbete, he's dangerous too. Everybody in this Australian three-quarter line is dangerous. Samu Kerevi loses the possession. Thomas Williams, the new scrum half for Wales.
Leave. He's good.
Dylan Lewis, short to Nicky Smith. Ross Moriarty, acting scrum half. Whoops. Liam Williams finds a little space. Rhys Patchell goes back.
Right, no. 16. Stop.
Go forward as a priority. Betty, that's one way of getting back into your own 22. Courtney Beale. Still Beale. Salakai Lotto forward pass. With the clock running into the 70s, at last Wales have some territory.
Well, again, it's not really through their own doing. It's Courtney Beale's pass. It's gone forward. He's so desperate to make something happen. This is a pass.
And he stopped it. 16 stoppage.
Assistant referee Carl Dixon gave that one.
That was a brilliant strip in the tackle. Kerevi again had made yards. Had been in behind the Welsh defence, which we've seen more in the second half than we've seen probably in a season or two from the Welsh defence. They've conceded yards.
Liam Williams is hobbling. I think he said to Romain Poit, it's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
But he's very important to the Welsh game. I think he's just nodding to his teammates. I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's such a... You have to cover so much space and so many metres as a fullback.
Support your body weight.
If you're lean or limping at all, it's a real target for the opposition because you have the whole pitch to cover on your own. Be that you kick to that space or run to that space, it could be something that Matt To'omua and the Australian backs will try and isolate if they can get possession. Obviously Wales put into the scrum here.
The clock is back on, and Wales have an opportunity to build something from here, as long as that scrum goes well. Thomas Williams, the new scrum half, to feed it.
There and there. Okay. I ask you to download and you support your body weight. We keep the same approach at the engagement call like the first half. Okay, boys?
Just watch this bike cut before we're back.
You are both too close.
Okay, I'll take an inch.
Support, boys. Okay.
Seconds being eaten up for Australia.
Here's the mark.
Number 18 for Australia, Sekope Kepu. 107 caps now. Huge experience. What pressure can he apply on Nicky Smith in his 25th international game?
You are too close and too quick. Okay, that will be longer just to make sure you hold and you are stable. Okay.
Same again, boys. Same again.
Bind up. Bind up.
Jordan Uelisi is on in the middle of the Australian front row. 17, 18 the props, 16 the hooker in the middle. It's gone down again. Free kick to Wales. Australia.
You can check.
The anxiety perhaps telling.
Yeah, Nicky Smith did a really good job there, Kepu. I know it slipped or whatever happened, but Nicky Smith's holding his own on this near side.
Jordan.
Do you take another scrum?
Uelisi.
Both hooker.
Another scrum.
Hookers. You can come.
Elliot D and Jordan Uelisi.
Soon you came in, the trouble went at the scrum. You are responsible for that.
Yeah.
There are a few minutes to play, less 5 minutes. I just want to play the scrum properly.
Could you bring the hard up, sir? Otherwise, we can't start.
No, you are definitely too close. Then we deal with that and we keep it up and stable. All right?
The minutes and seconds stretch out. The clock will start running any moment
you
now.
Stay stable and you don't step forward, okay?
We're back on. Approaching 76 minutes. Game management for Wales. On so many occasions in the last 15 games, they've lost to Australia in these closing moments.
They've all been close, haven't they? This is a massive scrum to set the platform.
Josh Navidi switches position and Australia win the penalty. That's their first job done.
Not straight.
Get
and
possession back.
The position.
One big clearance downfield now.
Standing up and afterwards number 8.
Well, Wales opted for the scrum from the free kick, the one. They might have been better to tap and go and just take the element of scrum out of it. How does Timua's kick look? He's been so good since he's come on.
That is brilliant by Thomas Williams to keep that ball alive.
All right, stay!
Nick White, the scrum half, and the lights in the stadium are going out. We can probably play on, but there's been a reduction in illumination. That's more like it for Australia. That's where they want to be. Liam Williams watches it go over the line. 3 minutes just under to go.
To watch.
Well, it's Matt Tamura with a kick in behind. That is Thomas Williams keeping the ball in play. Because he jumped from inside the field of play and backs it back in. That's a brilliant piece of skill. Really well executed by the reserve scrum half. But the pressure's back on Wales as Tamura for the first time kick for possession. Or kick for territory, sorry. And the force Elliot D to throw in 50 metres from his own line.
The safety ball for Wales has been Justin Tipperick at the front. Presumably Australia know that now.
No, don't step in. Stay where you are.
Everybody trying to influence the game here. It's Tipperick again, down to Thomas Williams, who does well to regather, but Wales under pressure close to their own line. Justin Tipperick plays scrum half. Wales have to use it. Aaron Shingler comes away with it.
On your feet, Red, on your feet.
Dylan Lewis is the scrum half. They have 5 seconds from now after Romain Poit says use it. Alan Wynne-Jones, the captain. Thomas Williams back in his ordinary position as scrum half. Dare Wales play out the seconds, or do they have to go for the clearance? They go for the clearance. The chase is all important. Haylett Petty with Beale inside him. Thomas Williams makes the tackle. Navidi with the assist. Australia back in possession. Hooper sets it up.
Second.
White, the ever dangerous Matt To'omua tackled by Alan Wynne-Jones. It's there for White. Salakai Lotto. He's thrown back. Nearly up to 79 minutes. We're there now, the last minute of the game.
Don't pull him, 21.
James O'Connor, To'omua, Curtly Beale to Michael Hooper. Nearing the touchline, but keeps the ball alive infield. Next up, David Pocock. Another tackle by Alan Wynne-Jones. Nick White with a dummy. James O'Connor. Samu Karevi. Stolen. Dylan Lewis in possession. Elliot Dee and Liam Williams involved. 25 seconds to go. 20 seconds. Josh Navidi takes the tackle. Australia pour in. Thomas Williams looks up to see Alan Wynne-Jones. The last 10 seconds for Wales to survive. Thomas Williams looks up. He'll have to go quickly. The gong goes. Thomas Williams kicks the ball off the field. Wales hands on knees, but they have done it. Delight on the sidelines.
And there's a master can't play the match guard. David's try just before half-time was so important. 9 carries, he's a thorn with 7 tackles, no misses. An outstanding performance from the scrum half.
We have our man of the match. We have the winning side. It is Wales, but what they had to go through in this second half, it was all Australia, and they know it. Their first half wasn't good enough. Their second half was, but Wales come out on top by 29 points to 25.
Well, there's often 2 sets of emotion in a game like that. Alan Wynne-Jones, a Welsh captain, you must be ecstatic with holding out the end there.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the character we showed, particularly in the second half. Again, at times it did feel like the Georgia game, where we had a great first half, and then we're a bit tentative in the second half, like I say. So we'll have a look at that, but obviously pleased with the result.
You almost know it's going to be a close game against Australia. You were 23 points to 8 up at half-time. What were you saying at that moment?
Keep going. Like I say, it's always easy to end up defending the lead, which we probably potentially did parts in our second half. But you know, credit to the guys in goal. They came at us with everything in the second half and really tested our resolve.
And for you personally, this crowd react whenever you talk, and rightly so. 130 caps for your country, a new record. Alan Wynne-Jones, what would you like to say to the crowd?
It's pretty simple. Thank you, arigato, diolch yn fawr.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.